as an employer, you're always looking at how do I reduce the bottom line in terms of how much we have to pay out for employee health benefits. And our particular organization at one time was around 3,000 employees plus. And so that was a significant part of the budget. And so we continued, looked at what we could do. And there's only so many things you can do with bidding things out and costing and going to cost plus and all that. And it comes to a point where we cannot do the same thing we've been doing and save any more money. I mean, there's just no way to do it. So what else do you have to do? Well, then you look at new radical alternatives, and this was a radical alternative when it was presented to us. And skeptical, oh yeah, because I'm not an expert in that area. And when you hear that from a medical provider that we can do this, and this person's in that system, you're thinking, now there's got to be something else in here, because it just doesn't work this way. But I'll cut to the end of this. It has worked this way. It's worked just exactly the way that Dr. Patel has presented it. When we went into it, one of the things we looked at, there's different models of what Dr. Patel has in place. But the one thing that we were, I guess, smart enough or fortunate enough to do was to stay with the proposal as presented by Dr. Patel, in that it's not associated with an existing community medical provider. That comes back over and over. And I didn't really understand that until we continued to talk. But the ability not to be constrained by community ties has allowed this organization to reduce those costs and look out for our people. If you tried to take any benefits away, and I'm speaking now as a former director, but I think I still speak fairly succinctly to this point, there would be a riot in this particular employee group if you tried to remove the wellness center from their ability to access. It means that much to them. Not only is it giving people a better quality of life, it's enabling them to sustain their level of productivity to have that life too. That we owe our employees. And if we can get that, and we can, at a greater savings, everybody wins. Everybody wins. And so it is an answer to one of the problems that as HR director you have to face. How do you keep a good, healthy employee productive as much as possible? And you're not only worried about that particular employee, but how does the family? If you are Mrs. Jones, teacher in 3rd grade class, who has little girl Sarah, 4 years old, at home, sick, and you're worried about her, you're not thinking about what you're going to be doing in the classroom that day. You're thinking about, how do I get my little girl to the doctor? I have to take time off, I have to make the appointment, I have to go get the medicine, and then I have to hope that it's good quality care and everything else is taken care of. And so if my health can be taken care of by my employer at a greatly reduced cost to both the employer and to me, why not? It's a no-lose scenario. I mean, you can't lose with this system.